What's up, everyone? This is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, of course. And on this particular episode, I will be interviewing the legend, Demarcus Chop Chop Corley. We'll be talking about his beginnings in boxing, his first major world title shot, and his wars against Zab Judah, Miguel Cotto, and Floyd Mayweather. Check it out. Welcome back, everyone. This is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, of course, and we have a special guest. This man has been in the game for 29 years. He's a former light welterweight champion of the world. He's fought the likes of Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather, and Miguel Cotto, and countless others. The one and only DC's finest, Demarcus Chop Chop Corley. Chop Chop, what's good, champ?
I'm about to chop it up.
How you doing, champ?
I'm good.
All right, all right. Before we start, man, I want to say thank you for taking the time out to do this with me. I sincerely appreciate it. But I want to start from the beginning. When did you fall in love with boxing?
I would say 11 years old.
Right, right. Now, were there any fighters that you looked up to?
As an amateur, yeah, coming up.
Okay.
DC had their great fighters, Sean Bay Mitchell, Keith Holmes, Daryl Coley, Hall of Fame Mark Johnson, Sugar Ray Leonard, he was our icon in the city. Simon Brown, there was a lot of them. And I looked up to them because they were doing something that it was a one-on-one sport. It wasn't like football and basketball where you got other players on the team with you.
Okay. Yeah. Were there anyone in particular that you modeled your game after?
Pernell Whitaker and Marvin Hagler, two southpaws.
Nice, nice. Two legends, man. Two legends. Um, Now I know you had a long amateur background and all that. But once you got to the pros, you really worked your way up. Starting with your first world title shot against Felix Flores. Can you talk about that and talk about your mindset going into that?
Flores wasn't my first world title. Enir Julio was
Oh, yeah.
1999 for the USBA title.
Oh, okay, okay. But Flores was like your first major belt title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We took that fight on a 5-day notice.
Okay.
We wasn't scheduled to fight on Showtime on that card with Johnny Tapia. It was Johnny Tapia in the main event. Felix Flores and Enir Julio was the co-main event.
Right.
And Flores, he was already scheduled to fight Julio, but Julio had his eyes done and come to find out he had cataracts a week before the fight. And we got a phone call Tuesday. They asked us, will we fight him? And we said, yeah, of course. Who gonna turn down a world title fight on a 5-day notice? First of all, you're making the most money you ever made at that time, and it's a title shot, and it's on TV. That was my first time on TV.
Yeah. Yeah. And you finished them in one round.
Yeah, 249. Never forget that number.
249, bro. And after that, you had a couple defenses, defeated Randall Bailey, and then after that, you got a shot at Zab Judah. Can you talk about that fight?
Yeah, we had Julio first. I had to give Julio a rematch.
Yeah.
I didn't want to fight him again because the first time we fought, we went 12 rounds and it was a split decision. And that fight was real close, man. But I stole the fight. I scored more points. But it was just a tough fight for me. That was my first tough 12-round fight ever. And then we got Randall Bailey out of there. And then after Randall Bailey, it was a rival from D.C. and New York. We already had our little history. We don't care for New Yorkers, and New Yorkers don't care for D.C. So Zab and his posse, his crew, we was at the Bernard Hopkins press conference in Philly, and Zab and his boy was talking trash. I was world champion, and Zab was world champion at that time also.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going back and forth, talking. And then his boy was talking trash. And then one of Zab boys said, "Zab, what's up, man? What you want to do?" He was like, "Man, it's whatever." And I was like, "It's whatever." And Zab sucker punched me, and the fight broke out. And the history is it. I said, I ain't gonna never forget it. Long as day I live, I'm gonna get you back. And that was in 2003 when that happened, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2003. And I let it ride from 2003 all the way out to, I think, when Floyd got ready for Manny Pacquiao.
Wow.
I let it ride. And Floyd was getting ready for Pacquiao. We both were sparring Floyd, me and Zab. And Zab asked me one day, can he get some sparring? Because he was getting ready for a fight also in May. And I was like, yeah, I'll give you some work. Oh, man, that was music to my ears. I'm going to get a chance to spot a joker that won my title and didn't give me a rematch by split decision. And then he sucker punched me, so we got beef. And when I got a chance to spot Zab, man, I was putting it on his ass. So everybody was in the gym watching because they already know we fought each other and they seen how the work was from Spawn. And they would ask me, Chop, why you going so hard with Zab, man? I'm like, man, when I'm in this ring, it's work. When me and Floyd spar, we work. So after we got finished sparring, I called Floyd because he was on his way to the gym. He said, I heard about it, Chop. I already heard. I said, well, can you give me and Zab a rematch? Can you promote the fight and do a rematch? He said, well, have Zab to give me a call. If Zab say he want to do the rematch, I'd put it on for y'all on Showtime. So I told Zab what Floyd said, and Zab said, nah, I don't want to do no rematch. I'm like, come on, man, we going to make money. Don't nobody want to fight you right now, and I can't get a fight. He was like, nah, man, I don't want to do no rematch. I said, oh, you just scared. I said, I'm going to put it on social media that you scared to give me a rematch. He said, I wouldn't do that. That's dangerous.
Really?
I said, what's dangerous about that? He said, man, don't do that, Chop. That's dangerous, man. I wouldn't do that. I said, okay. So I went out there on social media, on Instagram and Facebook that Friday, and I said, put it out there. Yeah, me and Zab just got finished sparring. Yeah, I put it on his ass. I said, yeah, he's scared to give me a rematch. I called him a punk and a pussy. I said, he a fake-ass New Yorker, but I never disrespected him and called him no bitch. And when he stepped to me Monday morning, I think it was April 11th. It was a Monday morning. We was at the gym. And I was already in there training. Floyd said he wasn't going to spar today. He wasn't sparring me that Monday. So I got finished working out. Zab came in the gym. He kept posting, walking back and forth. You know how when them young New Yorkers, they be beefing and mad.
They
He
start
kept
pacing.
posting. He kept pacing around the gym. I'm like, man, I done been through this already back in 2003. You ain't gonna sucker punch me again. So I finished my workout. I changed my clothes. So I went to the car to put my gym bag in the car, and I told Floyd, hey, man, I'm going to see you after you finish training. I'm going to go put myself in the car. He said, all right. So he said, man, whatever y'all going through, you and Zab, don't do nothing at the gym, Chop. I don't want that fighting in the gym. I said, Floyd, I ain't going to disrespect the gym, man. I ain't got no beef with Zab like that. I said, but I just wanted to put it out there. He's scared, man. He don't want to give me no rematch. He said, man, that thing went viral on Instagram and on Facebook. So when I go outside to get in the car, put my bag in the car, hey, Chop, let me holler at you. Zab outside waiting for me. Last time I seen Zab, he was in the gym when I was talking to Floyd. He knew I was going outside, so he waited for me outside. He didn't want to do nothing in the gym. So I said, what's up, Zab? He said, yo, what's all this shit on social media? I'm a punk. I'm a bitch. I'm a fake-ass New Yorker. I said, hold up, Zab, let me stop you. I never disrespect you and called you no bitch. I said, yeah, you a punk. I said, you a pussy, you a fake ass New Yorker. I said, I didn't call you no bitch though. He said, and as he was getting ready to say motherfucker, I hit him. I started firing. When I got finished punching, Zab was on the ground. And then his boys like, oh man, he snuffed Zab. He just got his Zab. So him and his boys, but Zab was on the ground. When they was getting him up, I'm about to fight one of his guys, and we about to start locking and throwing punches. Zab got off the ground, and when he got off the ground, I heard that joker click. He went in his pocket and whipped that knife out. I was like Hussein Bolt. I was running around the car. He was trying to catch me, him and his boys. And I just sprinted up the parking lot with Floyd Gym at and went around the corner, came in the back. They be like, man, what's going on, man? Y'all out there fighting? I'm like, man, Zab got a knife. He trying to stab chop. So they put me in the back of the gym, closed the door, and let it quiet down. And then when it quieted down a little bit, they said, all right, Zab, they gone. Man, I called myself going out there to get back in the car. He came from around another car. So I just ran. I ran down towards Spring Mountain. I ran so far down Spring Mountain, they was chasing me. I ran inside a nail salon where you go get your feet and nails done. They couldn't find me. And then they called the ambulance and the police came. And that's the story, man.
Wow. Wow. So let me ask you this. Is there still tension between you and Zab?
Nah, we like this now, man. I apologize. They had got ready for one of the fights that Saturday, and they had a banquet dinner for all the champions. So I got in trouble because I couldn't come to the gym for a week. Zab couldn't come to the gym for a week. Floyd docked my pay for the whole week, and he gave it to Zab for the incident that took place. And then he said, "Man, y'all gotta settle that. Y'all gotta you gotta apologize to Zab for what you did." I said, "I ain't got no problem with that." So me and Zab sat down. We was at the what's it, the coast, Sun Coast. We was at Sun Coast. And I sat down with him and I apologized. I told him, man, the only reason I did what I did is because you were going to do it to me again like you did in 2003. He was like, nah, Chop, I'm a changed man. I swear to God, I wasn't going to snuff you again. I would just wanted to talk to you and ask you why you do what you did. I said, man, I just tried to get the rematch, man. And Floyd said that he was going to promote it and put it on. And you felt like you didn't want to do it. You like, nah, I ain't want to do it, but it'll make money. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's why I did what I did to you, man. I apologize for sucker punching you. And we shook hands on it. And ever since then, we've been great, man. And then I was at his last fight when he fought, when he retired, when the Russian had the steroids in the system and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was at that fight because we were gonna talk about doing the rematch after that.
Okay.
Yeah, if he would have won, we were gonna definitely do a rematch because Zab would have been back on top, and then that would have made a lot of money. And
Yeah.
I was rooting for the Russian to punish him and stuff, but the Russian cheated and he did a lot of damage to Zab mentally and physically. It messed him up. He had bleeding on the brain and all that.
Yeah, man. And after that, that was Zab's last fight.
Yes, it was. And right now to this day, he's not able to fight no more. He back in the gym, staying in shape,
Yeah.
but he can't fight.
No.
I wish he could.
Yeah, get that rematch.
Yeah, but I'll take it out on Adrian Bruner now.
Okay. Okay. So that's in the works, right?
Nah,
Or
it's
no
not in
yet.
the works, but I want that.
Oh, you want that?
I
Okay.
want that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, AB's
AB some shit.
he's a trash talker, man. He's a trash
he
talker.
he the can man there. He can't get it.
He can't get it, right? Now you mentioned Floyd and in '04 you had that fight with Floyd and you was actually the first person to hurt Floyd.
Almost hit the Powerball.
Almost. Almost. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, man. The game plan, we had Don Turner as the head trainer. I went to North Carolina to train with Don Turner because he knew Floyd was a great boxer. And he had said, man, ain't nobody gonna outbox that motherfucker. He's a master when it comes to boxing. He know how to do enough just for the judges to see he winning the fight. And that's it. So he said, we're gonna fight the motherfucker. We're gonna make him fight. He said the game plan is to fight Floyd all 12 rounds. Stay on him, make him fight. He said, you make him fight, you gonna catch him because Floyd, we already knew he couldn't punch. He got brittle hands because he don't ball his fists all the way up. He quick as hell, but the punches are not hard. So the game plan was to get him in exchange with me. And we was doing it the first 3 rounds. And I caught him. And then his Uncle Roger said, box that motherfucker. Box him. Don't bang with him. Box him. Man, everybody seen, the world seen Floyd got hurt. After that, Floyd came out there motherfucker boxing, pop shotting, sticking and moving. And he started zapping my energy, which he's very good at. Touching me in the body. And he was one of the reasons now I made my body condition so strong. I don't worry about body shots no more.
Yeah.
It's like a turn on. When I get hit with a body shot, that shit feel good to me. I'm coming. That means I'm coming for your ass. You got me with a good body shot? Get ready, because I'm putting more pressure on you.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we spoke before and you said that Floyd was the best fighter you ever fought. What made him so good? What made him so smart?
His IQ, his ring IQ, his ring generalship, moving around the ring, knowing his spots where he's most dangerous at, where he's able to do damage and touch you to the body. Not a hard shot, but just enough to make you say, deep breath. Touch you here. Deep breath. 2, 3 rounds of that touching and touching, your stamina go down. You're losing stamina every time you get touched to the body. And by the time the 8th, 10th round come, he didn't zap your energy where all you gotta do is run off a couple shots. Them flurries, it look good to the judges. He hit you with flurries, then you punch because you zapped. You ain't got the power that you had 4 or 5 rounds ago. You missing him, he's slipping and weaving and coming back, pop, 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 pop. And you like, damn, he boxing the shit out this joker, man. But if you look at the first 4 or 5 rounds, I was strong.
Oh, yeah.
But the later rounds, I was slow and I was missing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. You had him in the 4th round. The 4th round, you had him. I feel like if you was a little bit more patient, I think you would have got him out of there.
I needed more stamina after that because all my energy just left after I hit the Powerball, after I hit that number. And the stamina wasn't there no more. And then come to find out, I went to the doctor after that fight, found out, drew my blood and everything, found out I was anemic.
Oh, wow.
My oxygen is low in my tank. For some reason, my lungs don't produce enough oxygen. So I fight in spurts. And right now to this day, it's still like that. I have asthma. I'm an asthmatic. And when I'm in Colorado, I have problems. I hate it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. And after that, you fought another young bull, up and coming, Miguel Cotto in Puerto Rico. Now, Miguel Cotto is one of my favorite fighters of all time, but I have to say that was a premature stoppage.
Thanks a lot. I'm glad you agree.
It was premature. It was premature, man. And you had him hurt.
Yeah, and the game plan was to take him in the later round because we knew he struggled to make 140. He came down from 160 something.
Yeah.
And the night of the fight, he weighed 159 pounds. He rehydrated and blew up, and he felt like 159 pounds. He was throwing some bombs, and I was catching them and slipping. I was like, man, this nigga don't feel like the same guy that I seen when I weighed in. We knew
It's
he would
different.
get tired in the later rounds. If we could have got him in round 8, 9, 10, I would have got Cotto. But the referee, he knew I heard him, and I was going to catch him again. Cotto wasn't quick like Floyd. He wasn't throwing shots like Floyd was. And Floyd ring IQ was just on point.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the fight was in Puerto Rico, so if you would have beaten Cotto, a prime Cotto in PR,
I wouldn't
you
have
would have
made
had
it
trouble
out.
leaving.
Yeah. I almost didn't make it to the fight because at the weigh-in, they had to arrest a guy because he had a knife. He wanted to stab me.
Oh, wow.
Just because I was fighting Miguel.
Wow.
I told my trainer, and my trainer told security he got a knife. He talking about stabbing my fighter, and then he had the knife in his hand. They locked him up.
Wow. That's crazy. That's wild. I mean, you saw what happened to Bernard when he threw the flag.
Exactly. Here you go. Yeah.
You saw what happened to Bernard. They chased his ass out of the Coliseum.
Yep. So I already knew you ain't gonna disrespect Puerto Rico, and I wasn't there to disrespect Puerto. Well, if I beat their fighter, that was disrespect.
Oh, of
So I would
course.
have had a problem.
Of course. Of course,
Yeah.
man. Now, Miguel Cotto's a hard hitter. He's a hard puncher. Now, out of all the fighters you faced, who's the hardest puncher you faced?
The machine, Lucas Matisse.
Lucas Matisse, the Argentine.
Yeah, man, he's the hardest one that lands shots on me. But Randall caught me with a shot the second time we fought each other. Shorty set me down. I'm glad I fought Randall twice because the first time I beat him, the second time I was able to take the shot that he hit me with. But if he would have caught me the first time we fought, I don't think I'd have been able to take that punch. And I knew not to get hit by Randall. That's why I was slipping and moving the way I did. 26-0 with 26 knockouts.
Yeah, man.
Nah, he put that thing on flatline.
Yeah, for real. I think his nickname was the Knockout King, right?
KO King.
KO King,
It
right?
still is.
Jesus Christ. Now, we're down the home stretch now. I want to ask you your top 5 fighters of all time.
Of all time, I would go with Sugar Ray Robinson first,
Okay.
Muhammad Ali second,
Okay.
number 3, Pernell Whitaker.
Oh, Sweet Pea.
Yeah. Number 4, I'll go with Floyd.
Floyd. Okay.
I'll put Floyd over top of Marvin Hagler. Hagler would be number 5.
Okay. That's a good list. That's a really good list. You know, now, as far as the climate now in today's boxing, who would you rate as top 5 in your eyes?
We're gonna see what these two guys do next week, Canelo and Bud.
Yeah.
And then that'll give me my number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm gonna say Tank.
Tank. Okay.
E- Even though we don't know what Tank's gonna do with his life right now.
Yeah. There's a big
Um,
fight against Paul.
yeah, I don't know how much is real and not real in that fight. You don't know if it's a real fight or not
That's true.
until he go in there and try to knock Tank the fuck out. But it's still an exhibition.
Yeah. I guess we have to wait and see, right?
Yeah, and if he do knock Tank out, what they gonna say? He knocked out a small guy. So what? He shouldn't have been in there with him.
Exactly.
That's why they got weight classes.
That they have weight classes for a reason. So Tank number 2, who's that third spot?
um, hmm. I would go with anyway.
Oh, the monster.
Yeah.
In the way. Okay. Okay. You got two more slots.
Hmm. 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 I wish Ward was still back in there, Andre, man. He
Oh,
would have been
yeah,
number yeah, he would have been number
yeah.
one though. But the last two spots,
You got Bivol, you got Usyk, you got Benavidez, Shakur.
like Shakur can have number four spot.
Okay, okay,
He did do good his last fight. I give him number four.
yeah. You got that one more spot.
And then number five, I want to see what Matisse gonna do his next fight.
Okay, 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 okay. So, so,
Yeah.
so Lucas Matisse.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So your top four is strong. It is the number one spot is depending on next week's, right?
Yep.
Okay. So perfect segue. So since we talking about next week's fight, who do you have winning next week's fight?
I think Bug gonna win. I
Okay.
truly I think he gonna win. He know how to box. He can bang. He don't get hit as much. But he gotta win the rounds. He gotta let his hands go and steal the rounds. Because Canelo is the bigger, stronger guy, and he's gonna be coming. Just gotta be able to take them shots, but try not to get hit with so many shots where it slow you down.
Yeah.
But if he make Canelo miss and tee off on him, he ain't got to make him miss and go back with bombs. Because when you throw them hard shots, it slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
I would just make him miss and catch him with three, four shots and move.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, pop, 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 move. Miss, pop, pop, pop. Just to steal the rounds. And then wait till the later round, round 8 through 12. Then see what Canelo power is at and his stamina.
Yeah.
And definitely try to zap him to the body.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because, Canelo has had stamina issues pretty much his entire career.
Yeah,
And
because I
it's
mean,
good.
nobody really put pressure on him and hit him to the body.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
if Bud can catch him in between some shots, solid to the body, you'll see a big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. It should be an interesting fight. Um, Bud, if anyone can pull it off, it will be Bud, right?
Yeah, he
But
can ride into the sunset after this.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure, it'll be the most money he's ever made. It'll be the biggest accomplishment. Actually, like to be a third division undisputed champion. That's unheard
History,
of. That's
history.
unheard of.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll ride into the sunset. The media, the public, the world, the fans pressure him into fighting again.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. There's a saying that boxers never retire; they just stop fighting, right?
Like me, hey, I'm still fighting.
you know. But I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be a really, really good fight. Good night for boxing, and we'll see what happens. We see what happens. Now, the last question I have for you is a fantasy matchup. If you can face or fight any fighter in history, who would that fighter be?
Damn, why you had to say history?
In history, man.
Oh man, it got to be Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray? Okay.
Ray Robinson, yeah. First, I would say Pernell Whitaker because he's my idol, and I learned so much from him. He was my mentor, but I sparred him already, so I know how I would try to beat him. But it would be Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay. Okay. Now,
I would like to study him and then fight him.
right. Right. Now you sparred Sweet Pea. So how was that experience?
It it molded me and shaped me to be the fighter that I am today. Because he was my mentor. I was working with him right after I turned pro, and I was signed with Sugar Ray Leonard as my manager.
Mm-hmm.
And JD Brown was co-managing me with Ray, and him and Lou Duva had a good relationship. And Zab Judah had signed with Lou Duva. I signed with Sugar Ray Leonard. And Lou and them wanted me to work with Pernell because they didn't want Pernell to work with Zab because that was Lou Duva's fighter. So he didn't want you working with his own protege. He wants you to work with someone else. So we went down there to Virginia Beach, met with Lou, and then Pernell said he wanted to have his camp in Florida. So we stayed in Virginia Beach for like a month, and then we went to Florida. And I learned so much from Pernell Whitaker. I'm not lying. When I say a fighter, you can study. And the music that he listened to, it was R&B music with rhythm. And it made me look back over the years how other old fighters used to listen to music when they was in the gym training, how they would hit the bag with the music playing. It was like they were beat, 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 beat. And you can hear beats and sounds at the same time, combinations on the bag, and like, is he really boxing to the music? Listen to the beats. Look at his movement. And that's what Pernell was doing. And it just showed me the art of boxing right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I talked to him and we sat down and ate. And he said, Chop, you can do this. You just got to be dedicated. You got to stay ready. Don't get ready. Stay ready. He said, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. They get a phone call, you already on weight. You ain't got to go to training camp. You ain't got to dehydrate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned from him. I stayed ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Sweet Pea, definitely one of my favorite fighters of all time, man. He's definitely in my top 3 of all time. Period. One of the slickest and purest boxers of all time, hands down.
Just talk about it make me think about how he used to move when he one of the reasons I bought this CD called Solo. It's a artist R&B group called Solo,
Mm-hmm.
and he used to train off of that music, and he used to be in there dancing and boxing and shadow boxing while the music was on, and he'd be slipping, and Lou Duva be holding the mitt for him while he's slipping and throwing punches. And I'm like, man, this Joker's in here putting on a masterpiece. Just hitting the mitts. Like he was doing ballet, man.
Oh man,
He
beautiful to
really
watch.
been missed, man. He has really been missed in the sport of boxing, man. They don't make him like that no more.
For sure, man. You know, God bless. God bless Pernell Whitaker, man. One of the greatest to ever do it, man.
Yes, he is.
But my man Chop Chop, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day once again, man. This means a lot to me, and I'm hoping we can chop it up again, my brother.
Will do. No problem. You got my
Def-
number.
Definitely, my man. You take care and God bless.
All right, thanks a lot.
Have a good one.
All right.
Bye. Well, if you guys like what you saw, please subscribe, like, and comment. And let me know what you guys want to see next. Until next time, this is Toe to Toe Boxing Talk with your man James, signing out.